Hey there, thanks for tuning in. I'm Torgo with Torgo Entertainment. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another gig vlog. And, I sound like a broken record, welcome back to another wedding.
Can't marry this guy? Why not? Well, for one, his name rhymes with butt.
This week we have two weddings we must contend with, and first off we have the wedding with Joe and Lynnea. Joe and Lynnea booked me through the Arnott Mall Bridal Expo. I will never forget this exchange. I'm sitting there playing music, doing the bridal show stuff, as most of you know how to do, and they come up to me and immediately they say, "We just want to know what makes you a better choice for us than any of the other DJs that are here." And without missing a beat, I just say, "I'm better than them." And they laugh and they're like, "You know what, that works. Let's just check out your stuff and we'll be right back." They actually looked at the YouTube channel, what you're watching right now, and then they came back and said, "We like your presence, we like that you prove what you're doing, you put on a good show, we're gonna book you," and they did right on the spot. We are having the wedding at a venue that they're actually building. This is the first time we're having anything at this particular venue, and let's look at the map to see where it is. Just outside Watkins Glen, you're looking at about a 30-minute drive. We're just handling reception, which is slated for me to start at 5 o'clock, even though they showed me the itinerary yesterday and says the reception starts at 4. So I'm gonna try to be ready to set up at 4, which means I'm gonna try to be there by 2, which means given the expected traffic, I'm gonna try to leave here around 1. It's currently 12:15. This one is unique in that they have given me, with the exception of the song for the first dance, complete reign over all of the music. There's no song that they specifically want for any given thing. They actually aren't having that many itinerary items at all. I noticed we're having a garter and a bouquet toss, which we haven't been doing that much this year, and we're having a cake cutting, and that's about it. No parent dances, no wedding party dance, no anniversary dance, no dollar dance, completely open, and they said that this one can go particularly late, potentially, which on one hand, that's great because, you know, overtime, money. But on the other hand, I have a wedding tomorrow that I have to be there at noon, so I don't want to be out too late for this one, so it's going to be a bit of a balancing act. I want to try and make it go as long as I can, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, nothing too crazy. It's a smaller scale package than you normally see from the past couple weddings, and I'm not bringing the huge facade from Dragon front boards because it's a barn setting and the bell facade does not look great in a barn. That's the one problem I have with the August 10th wedding. Everything was great, the facade kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, so we're bringing my tabletop Grundorf facade and going from there. But I hope you're ready for this one. I'm ready. It could get crazy. Let's find out, and let's go. And you can tell Three Pond Ranch is the name of the location. They got a lot done since I filmed that previous black and white footage back in July. Let me tell you what, the floor looks really good. They didn't quite finish it. They still have some porta-johns outside, but for the most part, they got a lot done. That second story hasn't really been done. The floor is a little bit loose. So I was gonna put some lighting up there, but I opted against it just for safety's sake. But we have a nice big dance floor, 250 people back there for dinner. That's gonna be a crazy dinner crowd. They have a couch here for some of the older guests. I have some of my glow sticks right there. I still need to unwrap those. And here we have the lion's share of the setup. Nothing too crazy here. 6-foot table. The Grundorf tabletop facade, you've seen this a couple times. That light is looking a lot more purple than it actually, you can see there, like it's more of a red and purple combined. The two EV ZXA1 subwoofers, 12 inches underneath. We have the 12 unit hex bars behind that. The QSE 10.2 speakers, just some standard speaker stands with some scrim. The Element hex pars underneath. I believe this is preset number 21 if I remember correctly. Back behind the board, we have my Samsung laptop running Virtual DJ Pro, the Pioneer DDJ SX2 controller, trackball mouse. You've seen much of this stuff in the past. We have my Audio-Technica MX50 headphones, my radio mix 2-to-1 converter, my microphone case that has the Furman power supply with the Shure ULXD microphones inside, my anti-fatigue mat, my power strip, which I have to put off to the side, a new trash can, and there's my power. So that works out really well. The power supply was great. I actually asked to have them put it there. You saw in the previous footage. So that was convenient. And now there's only one thing we have left to do. You know what time it is. It's time to level up. Let's go.
Planet. Your newlyweds, make some noise for Mr. and Mrs. Crane! This next one goes out by special request. This next one goes up by request as well from a couple of you. I see what's going on. Don't you worry. There is a song that the situation calls for, with Joe in a chair. Don't you worry. This ain't my first rodeo. Both those songs are about horses. back to 1990 for this next one. I was 3.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love she wanted you to wait? You got what I need. You said you're just a friend. You said you're just a friend. Always you.
This one goes out by request, and the people that requested it better know how to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to film the postscript portion of this video, so I have to do all of this audio only. I apologize for that. This wedding went particularly well. A huge dancing crowd, they got rowdy, but they had a lot of fun. There were a couple minor details. Number one, yeah, you want to know what wasn't done in this building? The roof wasn't done, so near the end, they had some water dripping from the ceiling. Nothing got damaged, nothing really got wet. It happened like right as the last song was playing is when the sky started to open up, so it ended up being kind of a moot point. Secondly, some of the guests decided that they actually wanted to go on that second floor, so they were up there and they were just kind of harassing a little bit. In fact, one of the guests was quite adamant on having me play Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy, a song I never play at weddings. And I was like, no, I don't really want to do it. It's not gonna work. No, you gotta play it. It's gonna be great, man. So I played it, and well, you'll see what happens.
I heard that. I do. I'll drive you somewhere.
This next one's a request also from my man up here. Up top of me. Please don't fall on me. As I said, that went out by request. Thank you for killing my dance floor. This one also comes out by request.
So yeah, don't play Party All the Time if you're a DJ. It's not gonna work particularly well. There were two crowds at odds with each other. We had the hip-hop dancing crowd and we had the country crowd, and there was no real overlap, so we played some country and then we played some of the rap, and back and forth throughout a lot of the night. Furthermore, this crowd had a lot of cops in it, because the groom was a cop and there were like 50 police officers there. And cops, for whatever reason, especially when they've been drinking, like to think that they are God's gift to Earth and they think they're just better than everybody else. Dinner proved this particularly. The catering staff told me to stagger the tables as much as I could so they could have enough time to feed everybody, and then half the room decides to go and not wait for me to call tables. Normally that's bad enough at a wedding, but with 125 people being half of the room, they got absolutely slaughtered. I felt so bad for the catering staff. One upside, however, Lee Speary did this wedding with me. He was the photographer that I had at the Jewish wedding with the crazy situation with the generator, and I didn't realize he was doing this one with me as well, so having him there kind of helped. But overall, it went fairly well. It went 7.5 hours. Remember how I said that they were going to start at 5, even though I saw something on paper that they were going to start at 4? Yeah, they started at 3:30. So that wasn't quite the plan, and also they didn't have me have any songs ready for a grand entrance because they told me that they weren't doing one. Yeah, they had one, so I kind of had to wing it. I got some songs real quick. That's why the camera started halfway through the introductions and the angle is particularly terrible. I apologize about that, but I just kind of had to rush to get everything in at a reasonable amount of time. It ended up working out, but I hope you enjoy this video. Keep watching, you'll see a playlist in just a couple seconds, but I'm Torgo with Torgo Entertainment. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the next gig. Take care.